just suddenly just no. Hair is straight up natural. So what happened is cake. So guys, this lady, hi guys, welcome back to Obenewaa. Since I started this channel, I've had a lot of comments and a few of you asked me to share some story times. So today I decided to share one story time that happened 2 years ago when I first came to Japan. And guys, true story. So how did I even start? So yes, I baked a cake today. So you're invited. I think I'll need this cake while I'm making this video. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, so actually one thing that you should know about Japan is that the postal system is very good. It's very it's developed, let me say. Like you can easily send a letter. People still send letters, people still send postcards, people send items via post, via the Japanese post, okay? And I think that I don't know why the Japanese post decided to add a bank to it, but when you come to Japan, the Japanese post also has a bank which is called the Japanese Post Bank. And because the post office is very convenient, and then it can be found almost everywhere, guys, almost everywhere in Japan. Like it's very easy for you to find one within how many? I think even where I live, there are two post offices. Like there are two post offices near me, just 15 minutes away each, you know. Yeah. So because of how convenient the post office is and how easily accessible it is, when I came here, I decided to, okay, no, not decided, I was advised to open my bank account with the Japanese Post Bank. Yes, so that's exactly what I did. But it was quite difficult on the first time because I didn't understand any Japanese. Luckily, a Japanese person helped me create this post bank account. And then I also applied for a debit card because even though they have a credit card, I didn't really understand credit cards then. I still don't really understand them, but yeah, so I decided to opt for the debit card, which will definitely be me using my own money. And if I don't have money, then it means that I don't buy anything here. But I needed access to online shopping, yes, to be able to shop on Amazon, you know. Yeah, because there are some things that are cheaper on Amazon compared to the physical stores. So I decided to open a bank account and then open the Visa account, get a debit card, Visa. Then everything went well. Oh, living in Japan was cool. But then guys, let me veer off a little. You know, when you come to Japan, the first time that you come, you are given you are taught how to write your name in Katakana. So Katakana is the Japanese reading of your name, okay? And they have special characters for writing foreign names. Example, keiki, they have cake. Yeah, so Japanese can be able to read your name. So my name, Obenewaa. Yes, and at that time I didn't really know, you know. And then when I was asked to just put a password, when I was making my Visa password, I just put something. So I think that there was a confusion somewhere. So later when I tried to sign in onto my account online, and they had a web application that you could easily sign into to know how the status of your card, whether your card is fully charged or it's not charged, or so you can put money onto the debit card or directly withdraw from your bank account. But the setting I did was to put money onto the card. So if I don't have money on the card, it means I don't buy anything. It was kind of a way of me trying to save money. Yes, and so basically, guys, I forgot the password I used to create this account. So I had to go to the bank. And the person who helped me, actually, I didn't really want to bother her because it's she was doing her job, she was helping me, but it was my fault, you know, it was my fault that I had forgotten my password. If I hadn't forgotten my password, it would have, I wouldn't have this problem. So I had to go to the post office and then go and then change or reset my password, because I couldn't do it on the web application. So I went to the post office. When I entered the bank, I had been there before. I knew we did some things. You know, when I went the first time, if she says, let's go here, I just follow her. Write this, I write this, because I knew that she knew what was right for me then. And she knew what was right for me, but I couldn't read what I was writing. I was just writing the things she was asking me to do, because they are formal things. Actually, when you first come to Japan, there are lots of documentation. You have to register with the town office, you have to register your bank account, you have to register, so a lot of things, guys, so many things. So for me, it reached a time I didn't try to understand what I was writing. So that's exactly what happened. And when we went to the post office bank for the first time with my friend, the helper, the one who was helping me, I just knew we went here, and now this time when I was going alone, I was like, where do I start? But then when I entered the post office bank, it was the main branch. It was the main branch in my city, okay? And at the main branch in my city, there's mostly like one of the tellers standing by the entrance to help you enter. It's like, no, not to help you enter, but like to help you when you enter, because they know that some people don't know what to do. So when I went there, they're like, irashaimase, nanika tetudao desu ka? Nanika tetudaimasu. I don't know. It's like, how can I help you? Oh, and I used Google Translate to tell them that I had forgotten my debit card password, so I needed to reset. So they asked me to pick a ticket. So I went to pick a ticket. So you know, actually in most banks, when you enter, there's a ticket, you pick a number, and then when it's like a way of queuing, that kind of stuff. So I decided to pick this thing, and then I went to sit down on a seat. So actually all this happened pre-corona, okay? So it's like life was normal, guys. Life pre-pandemic. So life was normal. I went, there was a bench. I went to sit down, and there was this lady. She's quite old, okay? So one thing about Japan is, as you may already know, the elderly population is quite high compared to the young population. Yes, so that day when I even went to the post office, most of the people, the customers at that time were older people, because most of the time the younger people will be at work or something. And for me, I had newly come, so I had some free time in between. So I used that free time to go to the post office. And I sat by this lady, and she was just looking at me, looking at my hair and smiling. She smiled and smiled, and I just smiled back, you know. I just smiled back coyly. Just smiled back. And then it was her turn. So she went to the teller, she did what she had to do, and I was still waiting. And then it was my turn, but it looked like she had to come and sit down again. So she came to sit down, and then I went, it was my turn, I went, filled some forms, and they asked me to wait. So whilst I was waiting, this lady was just looking at me and smiling. I smiled back again, and then she asked me, can I touch your hair? Is it okay to touch your hair? So actually, I wasn't wearing a wig, guys. I wasn't wearing a wig. If you follow this channel for some time now, you know my hair is natural hair. If you have not watched my videos on my natural hair, I'll put them in the link in the description. My hair is straight up natural. So, cake. So, guys, this lady asked to touch my hair. And there was another lady standing by her, and suddenly this woman was also interested in touching my hair. So what would you have done? So what happened is, you know, actually my hair was, before I came to Japan, I had crochet braids on. So I had like big crochet braids, Senegalese twists crochet braids. But then after some time, It's like during the first week or something, first 2-3 weeks, I removed it and then I changed my hair into an afro, like a high pony, a high puff, and my curls were just popping and stuff. So this lady who asked to touch my hair, guys, I just, in a space of a second, actually for me, I don't mind. Basically, generally, I don't mind people touching my hair, but you have to ask me. You have to ask me. You can't just touch my hair like, oh no, like you ask me and then I know that I don't mind, so it's not an issue. So this lady touched my hair, it was bouncy, and she was like, oh, Kawaii, this Hiii. So Kawaii is cute, very beautiful. And she told me that, oh, she hasn't seen this kind of hair with her own eyes before. She has only seen it in movies and on television, but she hasn't seen it. So she's very happy that I allowed her to touch my hair. Yeah, in Japanese. So at the time that I went to the bank, as I told you, like, my Japanese is not really good and it hasn't been very good, but at that time when I went to reset my bank account, reset my password for my Visa card, I could understand very basic Japanese. So when she told me, I was like, oh, thank you, arigatou gozaimasu, arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah. And then she was so happy. So I just went out and then, but before that, guys, that day when I was actually walking through town, I really had so much stares. Like, people were looking at my hair. I just think it's out of curiosity, okay? So when she touched my hair, I didn't have any problem with that. I did not have any problem with that. Yeah, I generally don't have any problem, but I think it's rude if you just touch someone's hair without asking, like, oh, can I touch your hair or something. Yes, that's better than just suddenly just no. I was actually quite surprised when she told me, because when I came at first, it wasn't like an issue, not an issue, like it wasn't something that occurred to me that, oh, people will be curious about my natural bouncy black hair. Yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you want me to tell you more story times on the things that the story times that happened to me in Japan, I can let you know. Yeah, you can let me know. Actually, you can let me know by letting me know in the comment section, and if I get a lot of likes and a lot of views on this story time, probably I'll make more. Yes, so thank you very much for watching this video. Hit the like button and then subscribe, because one like and one subscribe goes a long way to help me keep making videos like this. So if you want me to keep making videos, you know what to do. And then if you have any comments or any experiences that you have had with people touching your hair, you can let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Delicious.